Hello, my name is Alex, and in this video, I'm going to open your eyes to the biggest opportunity in the e-commerce and the online money-making space, honestly, in the last 15 years. So this is like getting told to buy Bitcoin in 2010, or investing in Tesla 10 years ago, or starting dropshipping before everyone and then Nan did it. And it's not just me saying this. We've got founders of $200 million a year brands like Mary Ruth's saying the exact same thing, that this is the biggest opportunity in the commerce space in the last 10 years. And an opportunity that's making some of the smartest e-commerce agency owners in the UK say things like this.
It's the biggest opportunity from a wealth creation standpoint. It's the best place to go from 0 to 1 if you've never started a business, if you've never started a brand.
And the founder of one of the biggest brands to ever go on Shark Tank is saying things like this.
We now have 13% awareness across the entire United States. 1 in 7 people know about NeuroGum because of TikTok. We're a top 50 health and household product on Amazon. We're #1 in our category. We sell more than 5 Hour Energy on Amazon, and we don't spend any ads. When everyone realized that we were the coolest, fastest growing brand on TikTok, that snowball started rolling down that mountain faster. TikTok has democratized the way people can make money by spending as little or as much as you want, as long as you make good content. I think that's beautiful.
So we're literally in the middle of a modern day gold rush. And the craziest part is 99.9% of people have no idea that this opportunity exists. Now, this is an opportunity that leverages a blueprint and a system that we've created after years of doing e-commerce and tens of millions of dollars in sales. It's a system that we use to scale our pet supplement brand to over £300,000 a month in sales and over £80,000 a month in profit. All right, guys, sorry to interrupt the video, but I wanted to show you our results on the screen so that you know I'm not just making this sort of stuff up, right? So I'm going to refresh the screen, and this is going to show us the last 30 days results for our brand. So these are the numbers across Amazon, TikTok, and also Shopify, right? Because we sell across multiple platforms using this system that you're going to learn today in this video. So you can see in the last 30 days, we've done $350,000 in sales, and that's just over $100,000 in net profit, right? You can see all our numbers down here, the taxes, the refunds, the COGS, which is the cost of the product. You can see the net profit, the contribution margin. You can see absolutely everything. I just wanted to show you this so that you know we are legit. I'm going to refresh the screen because I know there's a lot of people making stuff up online. We've got a legit brand. Everyone in the community can see this brand. They can see what we sell. I'll let you get back to the video. Just wanted to show you this so you know that I'm not telling porcupines. Peace. And it's a system that my co-founder Jansen used to generate £23,000 in sales with a 1-minute TikTok video that he made in his kitchen using his iPhone for free. And it's a system that combines the 2 biggest e-commerce platforms in the world, Amazon and TikTok Shop. And it's a system that our students like Ben, Joe, and Max have used to grow and sell their brands for life-changing cash. So Ben grew his brand to $5 million in sales, and then only a couple of months ago, sold it for 7 figures. Now, I'll go a little bit more in depth on that story later on in the video. And if you do stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to talk about how you can get access to a list of 30 viral products that you could literally walk away from this video today, launch yourself, and make a load of cash. All you got to do is stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can get access to that free list. Now, this is a real opportunity, right, to build a real business in the hottest space online. It's a space that's absolutely booming right now, and it's going to continue to boom for years to come. It's a space that's not going to be killed off by AI. In fact, it actually leverages AI to help you move faster, launch cheaper, and make smarter decisions without risking a ton of upfront capital. This is an e-commerce model where you never touch your products. You don't have a warehouse, you don't have staff, you don't make any trips to the post office. It's just you, a laptop, and an internet connection. And you don't need to spend thousands on Facebook ads. You don't need to be a marketing genius, and you don't need any prior experience. All you need to do is be willing to learn, to apply yourself, to apply this system, and to move right now while this window is still wide open. Because this model is going to teach you, right? It's going to teach you a set of very valuable skills that compound over time. And it's a lean model, it's profitable, and it's sellable. You can either grow it to make an extra few £1,000s a month on the side, a nice little side hustle, or you can build it up and you can exit for 6 or 7 figures like multiple of our members have done in the past. And the best part is, right, you can do it with just a few hours a week. But look, I'm not here to tell you that you're going to get rich overnight or you're going to become a millionaire in the next 6 months and you don't need to make any effort. That's not how this works, right? And I know there's a lot of bullshitters online, and it's hard to know who you can trust and who's just been a snake oil salesman. So if you want to spend some time researching me and my business partners, you'll see that we've been doing this for years. So myself and my business partner and pal Tom, we started documenting our brand results over 3 years ago on our YouTube channel. And along the way, we've been truthful about the ups and the downs and the good and the bad of building a brand. And we've shown inside our brand and shown everyone our results. So one of the first videos that we did was a series called The Road to 100K. And let me tell you, if we only did 100K in a month now, it would be a very bad month and we'd be really disappointed. It's kind of funny to look back now at that video and see how far we've come. And you might still be a little bit skeptical about building an online brand and how that is as a business model. Maybe you think it's only for the rich or it's for massive brands. Or maybe you think it's oversaturated and it can't be done anymore. But have a think about this, right? $1.4 billion is spent just on Amazon worldwide every single day. And there's 6.2 million third-party sellers selling on Amazon. And they're not all massive corporations or huge brands. A big chunk of them are small businesses owned by people like me or people like you, just normal, everyday people. And all I'm saying here, right, is that if you learn the right skills and if you apply the system that I'm going to teach you in this video, you can make incredible money just by taking a tiny slice of that pie, because the pie is so goddamn big. Now look, right, this isn't some crypto or some, I don't know, NFT trading, money making, I don't know, bullshit scheme, right? Where I'm saying that you don't need to make an effort and you're just going to print cash without doing anything. It's a legit business model that's in a $1 trillion industry that's only getting bigger. Now look, I can hear you saying, right, Alex, if you're so successful and you've got this amazing brand and you're making all this money, why are you doing this? It's a fair question, and it's one that I wanted to address early on in the video, so that the doubt that you've got in your mind perhaps isn't going to stop you taking advantage of this opportunity. So there's two main reasons. The first one is money, right? I said it, right? I'm going to be honest. If you sign up to our community, obviously I make money. I'm not going to lie to you here and pretend that money isn't part of why I'm doing this. Do you know anyone who runs a business that doesn't do it because they want to make money? Unless they run a charity, that's just never the case, right? The skills that I've developed over the past 5 to 6 years of being in e-commerce, they're very, very valuable. And I've used them to build my own brand, which is really successful. And that brand we're looking to sell in the next 2 years to have a big 7-figure payday. And at the same time, I'm a consultant. I consult with brands, and then I also help people like you build their own brand. And the second reason, right, is because honestly, I just really enjoy it. So when Tom came to us and he joined the community, he launched his first product and it became the #1 best-selling baby product on all of Amazon.com. And honestly, that gave me so much satisfaction, more satisfaction than it did when we had a record month with our own brand. And I'm also building a community, right, of people that I love working with. I love helping them and I love being around them. And I get so much fulfillment and, purpose and drive from helping people change their lives that it's something, I know it sounds cheesy, but money can't buy that. And really the final reason is the network. I'm building an incredible network of smart entrepreneurs. And this opens up so many opportunities. Opportunities for investment. So we're soon going to be investing in students' brands. And it opens up tons of opportunities to meet other smart people and learn from them. I'm basically creating like this hive mind of amazing entrepreneurs that all learn from each other. I learn from them and vice versa. It's amazing. I can also hear you probably thinking or saying, well, if the opportunity was so good, why doesn't everyone do it? Honestly, to be truthful, 99% of people are just lazy. If there's any work involved in anything, they're just not going to bother. 500 people are going to watch this video today and only one person is actually going to take it seriously. And honestly, that's just the way that is. So business isn't that difficult. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's not rocket science, right? But most people are just not willing to make the effort. They would rather watch Netflix in the evenings than, try and start a business. But that's why, right, I'm not saying that you're going to get guaranteed results. There's no guarantees in life or in business. But what I will guarantee is that this system works. It's worked for us and it's worked for our students. If you apply yourself, there's a very, very good chance that you can build something that you never thought was possible. So I want to talk about who this opportunity is for, right? And this opportunity is for anybody, without sounding cheesy, who truly wants to change their life. So if you want to take control of how much money you're earning, then this is for you. If you want to build something that isn't at risk of being replaced by AI, which is a very real threat in the next 5 to 10 years, then this is for you. If you just want a side hustle that you can do as a hobby that's fun and it brings you in some extra cash and also some extra purpose, then this is for you. If you want true freedom to work wherever you want, do whatever you want every single day, work from your laptop, travel, do all of that fun stuff, then this is for you. If you want to wake up every single day and work on something that gives you passion and makes you feel alive and can also make you cash, then this is for you. So maybe you just want to earn an extra few thousand a month, that's fine. Maybe you just want to take the kids on an extra holiday, you want to go to Disneyland, you want to go to Ibiza, maybe you just want to treat your partner to something nice. I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe you do want to become a millionaire like me, right? Whatever your why is, it doesn't really matter. You can definitely make it happen if you apply yourself. And I'm saying that, right, as someone who was in your shoes a few years ago. I was working a job that I hated, was unmotivated, I was pretty miserable. I was sat there wondering, what am I doing with my life? What am I going to do? And I remember sitting there in the office, I was working in an office job at the time. I was staring at the clock every single day, just waiting for the day to end. And I'm sure you know how that feels. And then every year, towards the end of the year, I was hoping and praying that I was going to get a 3% pay rise if I was lucky, groveling to my manager, please can I have a bit of a pay rise? I'm still struggling with that, right? Because rent's going up, bills are going up, everything's just getting more and more expensive. And honestly, the worst thing was I just felt like I was wasting my life and wasting my potential. I was spending 80% of my time doing something that I just didn't care about. And I thought that building online brands and starting an online business, I thought it was for other people that are smarter than me. Maybe they've got rich parents who helps them invest and all that stuff. Or maybe they just had something that I didn't have. I didn't think it was for people like me. I genuinely mean that. But because I ignored all of that doubt and I took action and I started an online business, I applied myself and I never gave up because I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years now, it completely changed my life in a relatively short space of time. So fast forward from that point where I was miserable, right? A few years, I now run an e-commerce brand, like I said, that will do over £4 million in revenue this year. And it'll do almost £1 million in profit. And in the next 2 years, genuinely, we're going to sell that brand for 7 figures. By the way, everybody that joins our community, they know what our brand is. I know a lot of people are very secretive about what they sell, and that's mostly because they don't actually have a brand and they don't sell anything. But everyone that joins our community, they know exactly what we sell, and we show everyone everything so you can learn from our exact products and our exact strategy. And you probably guessed it by now, right? I also run an e-commerce training community with hundreds of like-minded entrepreneurs who help each other every single day, all working towards the same goal. You've got people like Baba, who did over $50,000 in his first 3 months selling.
My name's Baba, and I've been part of Honest FBA a few years now. So with their help, I launched a brand within the baby niche, and I was hitting around 20k months from the start. It was a great launch for me. For me, there's two things which make Honest FBA really stand out. One is the community. There's hundreds of sellers now, and the amount of value that's exchanged in that group is absolutely insane. From troubleshooting to strategy, there's always going to be someone who has an answer to a question you might ask. The second is the coaches. Alex and Tom gatekeep absolutely nothing. They've been super transparent about their brand, which is killing it. If you're on the fence about it, trust me when I say you should just pull the trigger. Mentoring has been the best decision in my e-commerce career, and I genuinely believe these guys are amongst the best in the game.
Then you've got Sean, who's done his first 10k month with his very first product. You've got Sai, who did over £10,000 in his first month with his very own pickleball brand.
The last 30 days, I've sold 11k. And to date, since launch, I was just checking on Scale Insights earlier, pure profit net, I'm netted about £5.6 thousand.
That's pretty. You got Isabella, who launched a jewelry brand, did over $6,000 in her first month. Or you got Davey, who's selling a gardening product that does over £100,000 in a single month.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Honest FBA, Honest Ecom. Honestly, the community is amazing. The course is amazing. You learn so much about Amazon and just entrepreneurship in general. The boys have created something awesome, and without them, I probably wouldn't be starting here on the Great Wall of China. Currently visiting Beijing and being at the Canton Fair, meeting suppliers. So we're just starting off on the journey. Gone from a small little brand to slowly building big on Amazon, different platforms. So massive thank you, and couldn't have done it without your help.
And the best part, honestly, about all of this for me personally is I just love what I do. I love what I do every single day, working on both of my businesses. I now live in Spain. I left the UK. I've got a stupid dog called Bingo who's upstairs barking at the minute, and I've just had a little girl. I'm not driving a Lamborghini. I'm not flexing watches in Dubai. I'm honestly just a pretty normal guy. I'm from the UK, as I said, and I've figured out how to do e-commerce really well. And now I'm helping, and I've helped hundreds of other people do the same. So you got people like Ben, who I mentioned earlier, right? So he took his brand, like I said, to $5 million a year in revenue in just 3 years, and then he sold it for 7 figures using the exact system that I'm going to be showing to you. Or you got Evan, who's had multiple months doing over $20,000 in net profit.
So did a little over $20,000 in net profit for that.
And it's not just guys like Evan and Ben, right? They are some of the most successful students that we've got. But we've also got people like Tom, who, whilst he was on holiday, did over £800 in profit. Whilst he was sat, I don't know, sipping on a pina colada on the beach somewhere, his business was making him money. Then you got George, right, who was working as a gas engineer when he joined us. He's pulled in over £1 million in sales with one single product. He's still a gas engineer. He's not quit his job because he enjoys it. He works with his dad. He's got a business on the side now that's absolutely crushing it and paying for, I don't know, whatever he spends his money on.
Unbelievable, really. When I first launched, never in a million years would I thought it would have led to this. It was sort of just a little side project that I thought would just get me an extra like £300 a month or something. But yeah, never would I have thought it had led to this.
So these are just regular people. They followed a simple system and they built a genuine e-commerce brand that now completely outperforms the 9 to 5. All right, let's talk a little bit about timing, right? Because right now, e-commerce is absolutely exploding. It's expected to hit $7.4 trillion, yeah, that's trillion, by 2034. So even now, right, online sales only make up about 16% of global retail, which means the growth still to come is absolutely crazy. And this is where things get interesting. You've probably seen the headlines about AI. It's already replacing copywriters, marketers, designers, even, software engineers, coders, and especially accountants. And you might work in one of these industries or something similar. And genuinely, have you actually thought about what's going to happen when it's impacted by AI?
Well, I would argue that the idea that this AI disruption doesn't lead us to human catastrophe is optimistic. For example, people are going to be unemployed in huge numbers.
You agree with that, don't you? Yes. If your job is as routine as it comes, it's gone in the next couple of years. But it's going to create new opportunities for wealth creation.
Have you got a second income stream or a set of skills to fall back on? Because almost every single industry is going to be impacted and people are going to lose jobs. That's not scaremongering. That is just the reality of what's going to happen. But e-commerce and selling physical products, that's one of the few spaces that AI, it can't replace. People are always going to buy stuff online. So if you're looking for a future-proof business model, e-commerce is it.
Okay, so I surveyed over 100,000 AI agency owners in the world's largest AI business community to find out which ones were using AI to deliver the best results for their e-commerce clients. And what I discovered is that the e-commerce playbook isn't about to be changed by AI. It's already been disrupted forever.
And if you're looking for a second income stream that can protect you against AI taking your job, as cheesy or I know stupid as that sounds, this is honestly it. The only challenge is that most e-commerce strategies are outdated. So dropshipping has got razor thin margins and you're constantly looking for new products to pump and dump. Amazon FBA is incredible. You can literally buy your products, send them to Amazon's warehouse, all over the world, and then they take care of everything, all the packaging, the customer service, all the delivery, everything. Amazon's the biggest online marketplace in the world, and it's the best place to start a brand, in my opinion. And it's an incredible way to start a business. And our brands and our students' brands have done tens of millions in sales on Amazon. But the reality is Amazon FBA is getting harder. You've got advertising costs that are going up every year. You've got the fees which are going up. All of this eats into your profit, and it makes it more difficult. So what is the answer? The answer is a system that combines the best of Amazon FBA and TikTok Shop. It combines the trust of Amazon FBA with the viral power of TikTok. It's a system that's never been seen before in the e-commerce world. It makes it easier, faster, and less risky to launch products, honestly, even as a total beginner. It's the exact system that we use with our own brand, and like I said, people like Ben have used this to grow and sell their brand for 7 figures in the space of a few years. It's a system that means you don't have to worry about market saturation or expensive advertising. It's a system that we call the Halo Flywheel system. Now, if you haven't heard of TikTok Shop yet, it's basically like QVC meets Instagram Reels, but built for e-commerce. People are already addicted to doom scrolling. You probably are yourself. But instead of just watching, I don't know, stupid dog videos, they're now being shown products that they can buy instantly right inside the TikTok app. So there's no separate website, there's no friction, it's just one click, the product gets added to your cart, you buy it, and it arrives the next day. Now, this is a complete game changer for e-commerce, because basically now anyone can go viral and get millions of views for their products for free. And if you're thinking, right, well, I don't want to go viral, I don't want to make any content, don't worry, you don't have to, and I'm going to go into that later on in the video. But the thing is here, right, is you don't need fancy cameras, you don't need a fancy camera or an acting degree to go viral. In fact, the fancy the editing, right, and the fancy the production of TikTok videos, generally the worse that they perform. People want to buy products from normal, everyday people, not paid actors or from big marketing agencies. So all you need, right, is an iPhone and the ability to speak. So let me show you an example, right? As I said earlier in the video, my co-founder Jansen made a simple video for a mobile speaker that he was selling. That video got nearly 3 million views, and it drove over £26,000 in sales in just 2 days. Absolutely no advertising, just a clever bit of content and then a link at the bottom to buy the product. And here's where this gets really, really exciting, right? Imagine you've got a brand and you've got 10 Jansens, 10 content creators all posting videos for your product. So what happens is every day TikTok is flooded with videos about your product. People like Jansen creating content for free, talking about your products and why they're so amazing. Now that's the system that we've built. It's a system that's made e-commerce easier than ever before. It's faster to get started, and it's made it accessible to absolutely anybody without having to risk tons of capital on expensive advertising. And if you're sat there wondering how this works exactly and you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, let me break it down for you step by step. So step one, right, you're going to find a product that's proven or ready to go viral. This is the most important step, right? And it's something that before could be pretty time consuming and risky. But we've developed a system that we call the Picasso system. And this makes finding product opportunities 100 times faster and easier than before. And we're not going to be launching products and just hoping and crossing our fingers that they're going to sell. We're going to be using the latest tools like Kalo Data and Fastmost to find proven products that we know there is insane demand for. Products that are perfect for TikTok with super high profit margins. Products that have already been proven to go viral. Products that are consumable. So people don't just use them once, but they buy them, they love them, and then they subscribe to them. The supplement industry right now is absolutely booming. Just look at the growth of the number of people searching for creatine gummies in the UK. Niches like this are absolutely exploding. And if you know how to launch a brand using this system that I'm going to teach you, with this level of demand, you can make a lot of cash. All right, guys, I'm going to quickly interrupt again because I want to show you a live demo of the first step in this process where we're really going to be leveraging AI. Now, this is mind-blowing, and 99.9% of people are not using it in this way. And it's going to save you tons of money. You're going to move faster. Once you really learn how to leverage AI, it makes everything 100 times easier. So I'm going to use this creatine gummy that I talked about as an example, because this is a niche that's absolutely booming right now. And if you were to launch and leverage this system with a product like this, you can make a lot of money. So I've come over to ChatGPT and I've said, hey, I'm looking to launch creatine gummy, but I'm looking for ways in which I can differentiate the product and make it stand out. Please act as an expert market researcher and help me find ways in which I can launch a creatine gummy brand that is really different and stands out in the current market. And this is what it's going to help us do with every single product that we come across. It's going to help us find ways to differentiate and stand out. So look, great. Launching a creatine gummy is smart timing. The gummy format is hot and creatine is on a cultural upswing. Here's a breakdown of how to differentiate your gummy brand from a product brand and marketing standpoint. So the first thing is it's going to pull through some market and competitor analysis, right? So it's going to go through and do all of this competitor analysis and find these big brands, right? And it's going to point out what those brands are doing so that you can do something different. Now, remember, guys, it's not about creatine gummies. You can do this with any product. So most of them still focus on muscle and recovery. Some have nootropics, blah, blah, blah. Right. Part 2, differentiation strategies. So create a brand that speaks to a specific lifestyle tribe. So creatine for cognitive performance, right? Because there's a lot of studies coming out now that are showing creatine is incredible for your brain. It's not just for your muscles and going to the gym. It's incredible for your brain. Creatine for women. More and more women are starting to take creatine, and the more companies that advertise that, the bigger the demand for these sorts of products for creatine for women. Creatine for aging and longevity. Now, this was something that I looked into a couple of months ago, right? Because there's not many companies that are angling and marketing creatine towards older people, but it's actually an incredible supplement for older people to take. So Fun First Daily Wellness Calendar, your daily strength chew, build a brand like Olipop for creatine. It's nostalgic, it's tasty, it's colorful. You can see all of these ideas that this gave me in literally like 60 seconds of me hitting the button, it loaded all of this. And then it's going to show us how we can differentiate the formula, ways to innovate beyond just creatine monohydrate. So add cognition boosters like L-theanine, alpha GPC, magnesium threonate. So this is going to give us tons of examples and ideas for how we can actually change the product to make it stand out. And then it's going to go through the packaging and the branding, the distribution, the strategy. It's going to give you a summary. What could a winning brand look like, right? It's going to give you brand ideas, the names, all of this sort of stuff. This is what you need to be getting excited about, guys. Leveraging AI to build a brand like this. Let's get back to the video. So our own brand is a pet supplement brand, right? And we've got over 4,000 subscribers. And we wake up most days to over $2,000 in subscription sales without doing any marketing. These are people that just buy from us every month on autopilot. Hey guys, this is Alex. I just wanted to break the fourth wall so you can see my ugly mug. And I wanted to show you our subscription revenue with our brand, right? Because this is where you build a brand that is worth a hell of a lot of money. And it just compounds like crazy. And this is why we teach everybody to launch subscription-based brands. So this is the last 30 days, right? This is from the 17th of May to the 16th of June when I'm recording this. I'm going to refresh it so you guys know that this is legit. So you can see in the last 30 days, we've done 150,000 in subscription revenue, right? Because about 40% of our revenue is subscription. Just under 3,000 active subscribers, right? So you come down here and you can see every day we have all of this subscription revenue, and that just absolutely stacks up. You can see we've got 130,000 in MRR. That's monthly recurring revenue, right? This is insanely valuable. If we were to sell this brand now, this brand is already worth about $4 million just because of that MRR. When you want to come and sell a brand, if you have this recurring revenue, it makes it incredibly, incredibly valuable. So this is why we teach everybody within the community using the Halo flywheel system to launch subscription-based brands. This is where you make the money. All right, I'll let you get back to the video. Peace. So step one, you're going to find a proven product. Step two, you're going to find a manufacturer to make that product for you. So you're going to find a good manufacturer for your product. And this is super easy to do using websites like Alibaba or leveraging ChatGPT or just using good old Google. Manufacturers are really, really flexible. They can help you either customize products to however you want, or they've got a range of stuff that you can literally just order, white label, and brand yourself. Now, manufacturers, they want you to win. If you have success selling a product that they've made for you, then you win and they win. Everybody wins. So in the past, finding these manufacturers used to be really difficult, but thanks to AI, we can leverage that to help us easily find the contact details for any manufacturer in Europe or all over the world, and also draft up professional emails that you can send to them. Now, this is the second step after finding your proven product. You find a good manufacturer who's going to help you produce the product that you're going to sell across Amazon and TikTok. So step three, you're going to use AI to create an absolutely gorgeous looking brand. So gone are the days, right, where you need to spend thousands on expensive graphic designers. Thanks to AI, you can now do 95% of the design work completely for free. And within our community, right, we've actually got highly trained designers that can take your AI designs and turn them into beautiful brands. Right, guys, I'm rudely interrupting again because I'm going to show you more cool stuff with AI. So this is a tool that I've mentioned in the video previously. This is a tool called Halo Data, and this is one of the top selling products on TikTok and Amazon right now in the world. This is a product called Yerba Magic. It's doing nearly £2 million a month, every single month, £2 million. And this is a product that I am going to be using AI to redesign, right? So I'm going to come across to ChatGPT and I'm going to give it this product image here, right? And then I'm going to create an alternative of this product, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to build a brand using AI, right? So I'm going to basically tell ChatGPT that I want to create an alternative version of this product. So I want to create a new brand inspired by this existing product. Act as a world-class designer and give me 4 ideas for new brand design that I could generate using this as inspiration. Also include brand names, right? So it's even going to do that. So this is going to give me some ideas, and then I'm going to take those ideas and I'm going to feed them back into ChatGPT, and it's going to generate me basically a new brand, right? And then what you can do is you can take that and you can give that to a designer who is basically then, you know, just going to like recreate it and sort of tweak it and make it look 100% sort of presentable, right? So let's have a look. The first one we've got is Lumina Brew. Futuristic mysticism meets performance wellness. Visual style gradient metallic pouches, holographic celestial constellations. This sounds a little bit too similar to the one that we already had up here. Let's have a look at this one. Brand name, your best self. So this is already coming up with like fun puns and stuff, right? So like, matte pouches, okay. Mid-century modern line work, designs to appeal to 30. Okay, that sounds good. So what this is doing, this is giving me all of the ideas for the visual style. It's giving me the typography, so the fonts that we would use. It's even giving me taglines. It's giving me a bunch of stuff, right? So can you imagine how much money you would have had to have paid in the past to do this? This literally cost thousands of dollars to hire somebody to do this. And now we can do this for $20 a month using ChatGPT, right? So we can show you how to leverage ChatGPT throughout the entire process of launching a brand, because this is just barely scratching the surface of what we can do with it, right? So that's what's the last one. Metaverse. That's a good one. Gaming. So this is futuristic gaming aesthetics, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is aiming it at gamers. So I'm going to take my favorite one. I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy and paste it. And then I'm going to ask it, can you generate an image of how number 2 would look? So now this is going to go ahead and this is actually going to generate an image for free. Now, look, probably not going to come up with something absolutely impeccable and perfect that I can use straight away, but it's going to come up with something that's 99% of the way there. And when you're new and you're launching a new brand, that's all you need. And this is already going to save you thousands of dollars in design work, but it's also going to save you a lot of time, right? So I use ChatGPT for absolutely everything. All right, so here we go. It's starting to generate the image, and let's see what it comes out with. Sometimes it can be a little bit slow and you kind of just have to be patient. So this is a great name, Your Best Self. It's obviously coming up with a play on words on yerba mate. If you've not heard of this product, it's going absolutely nuts in the US market right now. And it's crying out for somebody, in my opinion, to launch this in the UK. So this is essentially just come up with what I think is an incredible looking brand in, 5 minutes? I've fed it into ChatGPT. I've told it what I want to do, and it's come up with a brand. You could launch that looking like that. That would have cost you thousands of dollars in the past. This is incredible. I'll let you get back to the video. So step 4, right, you're going to list your product on TikTok Shop and Amazon, and you're going to send your inventory that your manufacturer has made to the warehouses that TikTok and Amazon have located around the UK and Europe. 10 years ago, to start an e-commerce brand, you needed a warehouse, you needed staff, you needed to spend a ton of time packaging and sending out orders yourself. But now, thanks to Amazon and TikTok's fulfillment network, you don't need any of that. This is where the FBA in Amazon FBA comes from, Fulfillment by Amazon. And then you've got FBT. It's TikTok's version, which stands for Fulfilled or Fulfillment by TikTok. So all you need is yourself and a laptop, and you can do everything. You can grow a 7-figure business as a one-person company. All you need to do is send your products from your manufacturer to Amazon and TikTok's warehouse. It's that simple. From there, they do everything, and I mean absolutely everything. The customer goes online, they buy your product from Amazon or TikTok, and then one of the employees at the TikTok or Amazon warehouse, they pick it off the shelf, they package it up really nice, and they ship it direct to the customer's door. They even handle the customer service and the returns for you. Can you imagine explaining this to someone doing e-commerce 10 years ago who was spending about 20 hours a week packing boxes? It's madness. Step 5, right? You're going to recruit an army of content creators from our private community to post content about your product. Now, guys, this is the fun bit. You're going to get a small army of these content creators that know exactly how to create content that is going to go viral. You're going to send them your free samples of your product and a brief that you're going to write with AI. That's going to help them understand the ins and outs of your product and exactly what they need to talk about to get it to go viral. We've developed a special blueprint, right, that we call the Viral Thunder Launch. And this massively increases the chances that you attract the best content creators and that they go viral. These content creators are going to make videos using your product every single day. So think about when you've got 5 or 10 of these people making content every day using your product. Videos like the one that Jansen made for his speaker product. One video that goes viral could literally sell out your product in a day. So when you make sales, these content creators, they get a commission on each of those sales, usually between 15 to 20%. It's win-win, and you don't pay them unless the product sells. So there's no ad spend. There's no wasting tons of money trying to get sales. You get free traffic and a viral loop. And once again, here's where this gets even more exciting. I feel like one of those game show hosts. But wait, there's more, because there is more. When your product goes viral on TikTok, right, something pretty crazy happens. People don't just buy it only on TikTok. They go to the most trusted website in the world for buying stuff, Amazon. 20 to 25% of people, they're going to see your product on TikTok, but they're going to go to Amazon and buy it on there instead. And this is what we call the halo effect. It turns one viral video into 2 revenue streams, one on TikTok Shop and one on Amazon. And it gives you an unfair advantage over other sellers because they're still stuck relying on expensive Amazon ads. Now, this strategy is how brands like Golly, Nello, and Yerba Magic are doing millions of dollars a month in sales in the US, and it's how we scaled from $100,000 a month with our brand in the US to over $400,000 a month in less than a year. So your viral content, it fuels sales on TikTok. And then those TikTok sales and those viral views, they drive sales on Amazon. Customers buy on both platforms and you get higher profit margins because you're not just relying on expensive ads. This is the absolute daddy of e-commerce strategies. You're combining the 2 biggest marketplaces to leverage trust and virality to create the perfect storm for selling physical products. And here's the icing on the cake, right? Nobody is doing this in the UK. This is massive in the US, but here in the UK, it's absolutely untapped, which means if you're watching this video right now, you are early. You are very, very early, my friend. Like I said at the beginning, honestly, this is like getting told to buy Bitcoin at $2. All right, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but you get my point. And all I can say to you is that if even 1% of you is thinking you're interested in this and you want to change your life, you want to take some action, go with your gut and let's do it. I'm not going to sit here and promise that you're going to do this overnight. I'm not even going to say in the next couple of months you're going to make any money. It's going to take some time and you're going to have to apply this system. But the biggest step that you need to take to change is the first one. I know that's cheesy, but we all know it's true. The only regret that I've got over the last few years is that I didn't get started earlier. I'm 36 years old. Imagine if I had started this when I was 25. If I hadn't just sat there for years overthinking it and I just got started, I'd honestly probably be retired now with millions in the bank. So look, right at this point, you've got 3 options. You've got option number 1. You finish this video, you go back to what you were doing and maybe just spend your evenings watching Netflix or watching a football, and you think, it's too good to be true, or it's not really for you. And honestly, that's absolutely fine, because it isn't for everyone. Not everyone has got what it takes to be an entrepreneur. The small percentage of people that do take the challenge, they're the ones that are going to get the benefits. They're going to get the extra money, the freedom, the ability to work wherever they want. That's what comes with taking on a bit of a challenge and building a business. But if that's not for you and you don't want that, that's absolutely fine, and I wish you luck. It's not for everyone. But just imagine what that extra few grand a month could do for you. Just imagine what growing a business like Ben and then selling it for 7 figures. Think about how that would feel. Imagine that right now. Imagine if in 12 months you've actually took action and you've built an incredible business. Just think about how fast 12 months go. If you don't do anything, you blink, you're sat in the exact same position. You're probably wondering if this video is still live and if this opportunity still exists for new sellers. And I don't know. Option number 2, you try and figure this out on your own. You spend months watching YouTube videos, which honestly, there aren't really any covering this, to be honest, because it's so new, especially in the UK, as I said. You're going to struggle to find a product. And even if you do find one, you're going to constantly second guess yourself. Is it the right product? Is it going to work? Is it going to go viral? Is it going to, make me any money? Maybe you're going to spend hours, trying to find suppliers, getting ghosted by them because you don't know what to say. You're going to spend hours DMing random creators trying to get them to say yes and promote your product. Basically, you're going to waste months and months of your own time, and then you'll just give up. I know, because I've seen people do that in the past. Or you could go with option number 3. You work with us. We are the best in the business, and we become your personal consultants to guide you through this entire process as quickly and as efficiently as possible from end to end. You can follow in the footsteps of Tim, right, who did 27,000 in his first month with his pet product. Or Tom, right, who launched a supplement and did £10,000 in his first month selling. Very first product hit that 10K mark. Or Valentine, who launched a tea brand and did over $20,000 in his first month with his first product again. So I want you to be our next success story, and I want you to be joining and saying, Alex, I'm going to be on your YouTube channel in 6 months talking about my brand. That's what I want you to believe, and that's what I want you to believe can happen. And look, right, you might be again wondering, why am I giving away the system to teach all of these people? Well, remember Ben, right, who sold his brand? I want to have another 100 Bens, but this time I want to own a percentage of those brands. So we're going to be handpicking the best students in the community to invest into as we grow. And here's the thing, right? We honestly get hundreds of applications every single day, and the majority of them we turn down because we don't think they're going to be successful, because we want people that we know are going to crush it. We're super strict who we want to work with in the community, and we only let a small number of people join who are the right fit. And I'm not just saying that as a marketing tactic, right? We only have capacity for a small number of people every single month, right? And we want to make sure that those people that we pick to join, they're people that we'd be willing to invest into. So underneath the video, you're going to see a button, and if you click that button, there's going to be an application form to join the community. Right now, we've got 10 spots free. 10 spots that you can reserve one of. If you click that button below, you apply, and most importantly, you pass. This is a call, right, where we're going to help you understand what the best move for you is based on your personal situation. We're going to talk about how much cash you've got to invest. We're going to show you the best way to use it, and we're going to show you how we would move forward if we were in your shoes. And also, if you attend this call, I'm going to give you a free bonus. The bonus that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I'm going to give you a list of viral products that you could literally take and start a brand with today. So even if you join the call, right, and you don't get accepted, or you just think it's not for you, you still leave with a ton of value. So you can't really lose. So as I said, right, we've only got 10 spots open right now. So you want to move quickly if you're even slightly interested. And before you think about applying, right, you should know that we're so confident that you're going to love this community, right? And I'm so unbelievably confident in what we do that we've got a 100% money back guarantee. So if you do pass, you're accepted, and you join the community, and you're not absolutely blown away by what we do, then we'll give you your money back, no questions asked, within the first 2 weeks. So you can basically get a free 2-week trial. And if you're not happy and you don't want to continue, we'll send you 100% of your money back. This is literally a 100% risk-free way for you to explore this business opportunity. And I offer that because I'm so confident in what we do with our community. And right now, we've only got 2% of people that join ask for a refund. That's 98% of the people that get approved and join. They're blown away, they stay in the community, and they build a business. So here's what you're going to get, right, if you're picked to join and you become part of our family. We give you the step-by-step blueprint to follow end to end. This is going to outline the entire process to save you months and months of trying to figure out how you do this alone. You'll also be guided by a 7-figure coach who's been there and done it. We show you the exact criteria for the products that are most likely to go viral. We're going to connect you with the best manufacturers to quickly source at the right price. Then you can use our in-house designers who are going to create a beautiful brand for you completely for free. This is worth thousands of pounds. We're going to teach you how to leverage AI, to do deep customer research. Then we're going to teach you our Picasso strategy. This makes finding products quicker than ever before. And that's just on the product sourcing and the branding side, right? We've got something that no other community or no other e-commerce guru has, I guarantee it. Something that's absolutely integral to this system working, and it's something that you literally cannot find on your own. We've got over 800 of the most highly trained content creators in our very own community that you can get exclusive access to create viral videos for your products. These are people that are trained to go viral, right? They live, breathe, and eat, and all the rest of it TikTok. They work directly with us in our community, Honest Creators. And as a member of our brand community, you get exclusive access to them. Plus, we don't just give you access to an army of content creators. We also teach you how to make content and how to go viral so that you can drive free traffic for your brand. This is a skill that even without a brand is worth an absolute fortune. content creation is such an unbelievably valuable skill. But when you combine that skill with building your own brand, you're taking advantage of the most lucrative opportunity in the e-commerce space in the last decade. So look, you could go on and do this alone, as I said, but as with anything, learning to drive, joining a gym, if you work with a coach or you work with an instructor, you're going to move 100 times faster. And we've got an entire community full of people the same as you. All you got to do is hit that application button below, apply, and see if you're a good fit. Because we've got a community of like-minded entrepreneurs that are all working towards the same goal. It's honestly incredible in there. And there's only one thing that I ask if you're accepted, that you contribute to the community and you help us build a hive mind, where you don't just take that information like a leech without being rude, but you use it for yourself and also you contribute and you make it a better place for everyone. This is the place where you need to be if you want to be a real success and if you want to build a proper business over the next few years. Because trust me, you're going to have a million questions over the next few months of your journey. And joining our community, right, you're going to get 24/7 support from experienced sellers that can help you at every step. You're also going to get discounted access to our Rolodex of service providers that we built over years and years of doing e-commerce. And you're going to get the most up-to-date e-commerce training and the exact blueprint to put everything into place to build your own scalable, profitable e-commerce brand. So I'm going up to like 40 minutes in the video now and I'm starting to get tired. So hit that application button below. I'll see you on the inside. Have a great day and let's make some money. Peace.